I'm Keith Draper, and this is My Chicago.
Chicagoland has 10 million people divided into hundreds of neighborhoods and suburbs, where they speak more than 200 languages.
There's Chinatown, Koreatown, Greektown, Little Italy, Little Village, which is a Hispanic neighborhood, Polish communities, over 1 million in this area. We have the largest Bulgarian community in the United States and only 6 evangelical churches among them.
Before we used to say you have to cross the ocean to be an international missionary, but nowadays you have the world at your doorstep, and it makes connecting globally possible right in your local neighborhood.
I'm Hillary Rinaldi, and this is My Chicago.
Chicagoland is urban, upscale, young professionals, bohemian and quirky.
It's fun and it's exciting. There's a lot to do, and people are being drawn here to this place for that reason. And I believe that Christians should be drawn to the cities to make an impact for the same reasons.
I'm Lawrence Haskin, and this is My Chicago.
Chicagoland is the inner city with the problems of hunger and crime.
People are hungry for the gospel. They don't know it's the gospel they're hungry for, but they're hungry for spiritual things.
I'm Scott Venable, and this is My Chicago.
Chicagoland has more than 10 million people. 8 million of them don't know Jesus Christ.
One trend we see is that people are moving into the cities and churches are moving out. And so we decided that we were called to engage the city and to plant churches in the city.
Let's get to the tallest place where we can herald this good news, and that's the city.
The Chicago Metro Baptist Association is more than 200 churches working together with the one vision of reaching our city.
What God's doing in our neighborhood, He is making us be a bigger light. He's making us be a bigger church in the sense that people are starting to recognize Him for who He is.
A lot of people that know us won't know the name of our church, but they'll call us the food church. And I'm the food pastor. And that's okay, because we know Jesus spent a lot of time feeding folks.
The purpose of our church is and was all the time for people that come as immigrants to the United States to have like a home away from home.
Meeting people's needs really opens up the opportunity for us to really build relationship with them. And building a relationship with them really earns the right to speak the gospel into their lives.
The churches of Chicago Metro Baptist Association are partnering together and with churches and agencies across North America to reach the world through Chicagoland.
With us being an African-American congregation primarily, I think our congregation benefits just by seeing that God is at work with others besides ourselves.
Jesus went to church every Sunday, okay? But He didn't stay in the church. And so we have to follow after his footprint. So we're trying to get our church to go out into the community.
Here in the city, we have a thriving and growing network of churches cooperating with each other to do the kingdom work together.
It is the vision of the churches of Chicago Metro to make our city God's delight, a city of churches, a light to the nations that will shine around the world from Chicagoland and beyond.
For a city to be God's delight, it means we need people who speak boldly about Christ in the city. We need advocates here who will speak up the name of Christ. For a city like Chicago to be reached, we need people to invest their lives here.